Hey, good evening. What is it? Thursday. It's Thursday, 7 o'clock. It's Joey Buckholtz at the Utopian Baseball Universe. We have a doubleheader tonight. We've got our Durham Bulls team preview show that's happening right now. That's why I'm wearing a Durham Bulls hat and a blue shirt to match, as you can see, for the second straight night, coordinating hat and cap, or cap and shirt. No guest tonight, but at 8:30, I'm going to have 5 guests with me for the Utopian Baseball Universe Trivia Tournament Final between Mitch Nellis and J.D. Schloss. Bill Johnson is going to sing for us. I've got Andrew Pfeffer. I've got Mark Marinello. That's going to be at 8:30, about 90 minutes from now. But tonight we're going to talk about the Utopian Baseball Universe Durham Bulls franchise and what their team is going to look like and what their season might look like this year. I want to say a quick hello to Greg Maldonado, who just joined the group like 5 minutes ago. Just to let you know what we're doing here, and to anyone else that has questions, the Utopian Baseball Universe is something I created or launched, I should say, last March. This is an alternate reality where we take all the great players from every era, including the Negro Leagues, and we put them together in one fictitious league, 32 teams, 156 games schedule, and we basically tell a story between now and the end of October. The way it works, this isn't fantasy baseball. Basically what I do is use a random number generator to pull box scores from the history of the game, going back to all the way back to 1901 through 2019. And then I pull those scores and stats and plug them into my schedule and then give you those results daily. Once the season starts, we're going to do a daily recap show. It'll be about 10-15 minutes a night to tell you what's happening in the Utopian Baseball Universe. But we also use this to connect baseball fans. So if you have a book you're writing or reading, if you listen to a baseball podcast or contribute to a baseball podcast, if you're just a general fan that wants to learn the game or find something fun to do, this is your destination, the Utopian Baseball Universe. We had 83 members 10 days ago. We have now 254. And that's thanks to you guys. The people that have come in the last 10 days are inviting their friends. Please do so. Greg was just brought in 10 minutes ago by Paul, who joined the group thanks to Rick Lenenberg. So grateful to you guys for letting this or making this grow. And we're very excited for this to kick off. Opening day is 43 days from today. It's 6 weeks from tomorrow. So again, thank you for being here tonight, and let's just get started. We were going to do a movie. We're going to talk about baseball movies tonight. My guest had to cancel. I wasn't able to get another guest, so we're going to do that at another time. I think it'd be more fun to have people talking about those with me. So we're just going to do the Durham Bulls preview, and then we're going to see you again in 90 minutes for the trivia show. So you're probably wondering, if you're new to the group, why are we talking about the Durham Bulls? They're not in Major League Baseball. No, they are not. They are a AAA team, I believe, for the Tampa Bay Rays currently. And of course, we all know them from the movie Bull Durham. But to get the Utopian Baseball Universe to 32 teams last year, I brought back the Montreal Expos, and I wanted to create a 32nd team. And I kicked around a couple of ideas. I thought, well, I could bring back the Brooklyn Dodgers, but we already have the LA Dodgers. I think that would have been really confusing. I thought about bringing in the St. Louis Browns, who would later become the Baltimore Orioles. But again, it's the same lineage, so I decided not to do that. So I just created this Durham Bulls team that a lot of people are familiar with because of the movie. And what I did to create this roster that I'm presenting tonight is I took basically the best players that didn't make the other 31 rosters. So I'll give you some examples here shortly, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Durham is going to open their season on the road at the Toronto Blue Jays. March 26th, opening day, Friday, March 26th. Durham at Toronto. On Memorial Day this year, they'll also be on the road at Texas, at the Texas Rangers. Their third holiday game is another road game at Pittsburgh. And then they'll be hosting the Marlins on Labor Day. We have a lot of Brewers fans in the group. Durham is hosting the Brewers this year, July 5th, 6th, and 7th. So Durham played at Miller Park last year. This year, the Brewers will be at Durham. With that being said, guys, let's talk about the team on the field. The manager for the Durham Bulls, Casey Stengel, has his opening day lineup ready to go. So we're just gonna put this up here right now, and then I'll talk through it. Leading off for Durham on opening day at Toronto is going to be left fielder Monty Irvin. Monty Irvin was drafted to this Durham franchise in January when we took all the Negro League Hall of Famers and we assigned them to all of the various franchises. Now, if you remember last year, Satchel Paige is on Cleveland, and Josh Gibson actually already belongs to this Durham team, but now they have Monty Irvin. He's going to be the opening day starter in left field and batting first. Batting second will be shortstop Gleyber Torres. He actually played second base for the Bulls last year. He's going to move over to short, play some shortstop, bat second on opening day. Batting third will be center fielder Carlos Beltran. Cleanup hitter, first baseman Johnny Mize. Batting fifth will be catcher Josh Gibson. Batting sixth, right fielder Dwight Evans. Batting seventh, Keston Hira. New to the Bulls this year, he's going to play second base. Batting eighth will be another new member of this team, third baseman Gio Urshela. And the starting pitcher on opening day, despite a 9-18 record last year, Garrett Cole is going to get the ball on opening day at Toronto. So again, you might have some questions, why isn't Dwight Evans on the Red Sox? Well, each team only has 6 outfielders, and it's hard to get Dwight Evans those at-bats in Boston when you have Ted Williams, Carl Yastrzemski, Manny Ramirez, Jim Rice. So I wanted Dwight Evans to have an impact on a roster and not just be like the 6th outfielder in Boston. So Dwight Evans is the starting right fielder here in Durham. Some other notable names, Carlos Beltran. Broke my heart in 2006 looking at that curveball from Adam Wainwright. The Mets have a loaded outfield as well with Darryl Strawberry, Lenny Dykstra. Turkey Stearns is the new starting center fielder for the Mets in the Utopian Baseball Universe. So I figure Beltran again would shine here in Durham, batting third, playing center field every day for this Durham ball club. As I mentioned, Garrett Cole going to be the starting or opening day starting pitcher for the Durham Bulls at Toronto, despite a record of 9-18 last year. Joining him in the rotation to start the season is going to be Matt Harvey, who joined the Bulls in June last year, and he pitched very well. He was actually the best pitcher for the Bulls in the second half of the season. Old Hoss Radbourne is going to be the third starter, so he'll get a start in Toronto to start the season. And then Durham is going to Montreal on March 29th, and the starters for that are going to be Cole Hamels, Jim Bunning, and then Garrett Cole will start again for Durham. They have 2 other options for the rotation if any of these guys falter. Bartolo Colon and Gaylord Perry, who struggled a bit last year, so they're going to be on the roster and hopefully get a chance to pitch in long relief or spot starts, and especially if one of these starters goes down. All right, so the bullpen for 2021, we have Francisco Cordero is going to be the primary closer. They have Brian Harvey. Might remember him from the Angels. I know he pitched a little for the Marlins in the 90s. Mike Marshall, Don Massey, Calvin Schiraldi, Joe Kelly, Brent Suter, for all you Brewers fans out there, and to start the season again, Cologne and Perry. So that's what the bullpen looks like. And then finally, the other position players. Now, I mentioned this in the first two shows. Just because these guys aren't starting on opening day doesn't mean that they're not going to get at-bats. The Utopian Baseball Universe doesn't have a designated hitter, so only 8 of these guys will start daily. But because it's National League rules, basically, a lot of these guys are going to see action daily through pinch hitting. If games go into extra innings, we don't have that nonsense put a guy on second base thing here in the Utopian Baseball Universe. So this is what the bench is going to look like starting the 2021 season. Jorge Posada will be Josh Gibson's primary backup at catcher. Dick Allen at first base. Max Muncy, Buddy Bell, Maury Wills, Bobby Bonds, Hideki Matsui, and J.D. Martinez. That rounds out the bench. A couple comments here. Now, again, there is a disclaimer you can click, and if you click that, I can see your name within the comments. If you don't click that, it's just going to say Facebook user, and then later I can see who actually posted these. But we have a Dwight Evans fan. Someone says, love Dewey. Schiraldi, a Texas Longhorn. Indeed. So there you have the Durham Bulls franchise for 2021. And I'll bring that starting lineup again. Irvin, Torres, Beltran, Mize, Gibson, Evans, Hira, Urshela, and Cole will be the opening day starters as Durham opens the season at Toronto. Once again, the rotation, Garrett Cole, Matt Harvey, Old Hoss Radbourne, Cole Hamels, and Jim Bunning. The bullpen of Francisco Cordero, Brian Harvey, Mike Marshall, Don Massey, Calvin Schiraldi, Joe Kelly, Brent Suter, and then for now, Bartolo Colon and Gaylord Perry. And then off that bench on opening day, we've got Jorge Posada, Dick Allen, Max Muncy, Buddy Bell, Maury Wills, Hideki Matsui, Bobby Bonds, and J.D. Martinez. Got to do a little bit of cheating here because I haven't memorized everything, but Durham was a 7th place team last year. And as far as how they ranked in the statistical categories, they were 25th in pitching and 26th in hitting. So they really can only go up from where they were last year. The funny thing is, folks, they were in first place at the All-Star break. Casey Stengel had this Bulls team in first place. It was a very bunched up division, the South. And then in the second half, Kansas City took off, Atlanta took off. You had a couple other teams in the race at the end, Florida, Houston, Tampa Bay kind of got close at the end. But Durham really struggled in the second half. St. Louis struggled. Texas struggled. But we're all in first place on March 26th, so that's what's exciting. That's all I have for you guys tonight. Short show tonight, no guest. We'll try to have him back at some point during the season. Tomorrow, I'm really excited for tomorrow's show because our guest is actually competing tonight in trivia. J.D. Schloss, who's facing Mitch Nellis tonight in trivia at 8:30. He's going to be my special guest tomorrow as we preview the Cincinnati Reds, who were in the Utopian Baseball Universe Championship Series last year. They lost to the Braves in 5. J.D. Schloss is my guest tomorrow night A little bit later show tomorrow, 8:30 Central Time for Cincinnati Reds. We're going to have a lot to talk about. We're going to unveil that Reds roster that did so well last year. What does their opening day season look like? Who's taking the mound on opening day? Looks like they're opening the season at home this year, so we'll talk about that tomorrow. I hope you can all join us, though, in about 75 minutes, 8:30 tonight. JD and Mitch, this is a trivia tournament that started in November. We're finishing it tonight, and yes, there will be another tournament this summer. We're looking to get at least 8 participants, maybe 16. I can actually have 10 people within the group on camera at once, so we can really make it fun. So yeah, join us in about 75 minutes for trivia tonight, and join us tomorrow, JD and myself, for the Cincinnati Reds team preview show. So that's it for tonight. Thanks for joining me, and we will see you at 8:30 tonight. Take care, guys.